Hi, good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Good afternoon. I know, it normally happens when you're a couple of sessions down in conferences like this, people tend to get a little bored. And I don't like being positioned at number 3, but then that's how Anurag probably wanted it. And he was also aware of the fact that I'm going to give it back to him, so he's not in the hall just now. But thank you for being here, and thank you, BW Applause, for having got us here today. I was told that as EMAB, I need to talk about the future of the events business in our country. And this is something that I've been trying to talk about since the past 2 months, that Sabas and all his colleagues, my past presidents of EMA, have given me the responsibility of. And they try and make sure that whenever I'm on stage speaking or saying something on behalf of the association, one of them is sitting in front of me, glaring into my eyes, intimidating me, and I don't know, hopefully someday this will end. But thank you so much, sir. And there's a small 10-minute presentation that I've put together, which in terms of numbers is intimidating, but that is actually the fact. And that's how we look at the future of the events industry in our country. So shaping the India of tomorrow. Before talking ahead, I want to set a certain context right. So what is India today? India is the 7th largest country of the world. 54% of our population is below 25 years of age, which clearly indicates that we are a very, very young economy. We are the 2nd largest consumer population of the world. We are the fastest growing Asian economy. And we are now the 5th largest global economy. In, I think, just about 40 days before we beat UK to the standing. They are now number 6 and we are number 5. What is the mix? The mix of how the events business happens in our country is very clearly divided, or is comprised of these 5 verticals. Weddings and personal events, which is by far the largest number today. Government business, increasing, multiplying exponentially. The corporate events are back with a bang. MICE and sports. Sports, ladies and gentlemen, is a big area, and we must keep a close eye on this, because the way this segment is going to multiply in the next 5 years, it is going to be extremely surprising. The matrix today. The MICE business in India today stands at approximately 37,000 crores. And it's been growing at 21.3% per annum. Naveen, that's for you. 50,000? Correct. So good. The next time I'm presenting this, I'll revise the number. Thank you for that. No, the more the merrier. The current size of the corporate events business is about 92,000 crores, and this number is 3 months old. So maybe the number is even higher today, because what I'm hearing is that the way even the corporate business is kind of bounced back, it is just unimaginable. It's going everywhere. Weddings, ladies and gentlemen. The one business which actually gets the least amount of respect from all quarters, but was probably the only business that helped sustain many companies and more during the COVID times. Yesterday, somebody, through some report, published a number of 360,000 crores across some 32 lakh weddings that have to happen in the season. Our estimate was 385,000 crores, and this business has been growing consistently at 17% per annum. The distribution of the wedding business, actually, in terms of the money spent, is across events, hospitality and catering, jewelry, clothing, gifting. So 380,000 crores is not just the amount spent in weddings on events, but category 1 and category 2 out of these circles is very, very clearly more than 70,000, 80,000 crores of that total number. So that's the size of the wedding business. But as I said, a lot of this business is not legitimized. So the numbers that we have here today may not be absolute, but are indicative. Sports, as I said, is another field which, because of government intervention and a lot of people who've forcefully been investing time, effort, and money in developing this sector, is now 60,000 crores worth. And this is actually not accounting for the money that the government is spending on Khelo India, on national games, and all of these other initiatives, because all of that is capsulated in the government business numbers. But the sporting business today is in excess of 60,000 crores across the country. Government, ladies and gentlemen. A name again that someone, or practically all of us, were always scared of 5, 6, 7 years ago. We used to shy away because we always thought that the government is not a friend as far as events are concerned. We always thought that money is a very, very difficult chapter to deal with as far as government is concerned. And we always thought that the government doesn't have a vision. But thanks to the sitting Prime Minister, who is also the largest event manager that the country has, the government in India today is the single largest spender on the events business in our country. As an individual client, the government is spending the maximum amount of money. And for those of us who are dealing with government in terms of business, we know that there were approximately more than 3,000 event-related tenders issued by various state and central governments across the country last year. All the states, all the union territories today practically have event management companies empaneled to do regular business and work for them. The government business has been growing at 32% and is estimated to be in the region of 32,000 crores today. While it is growing at 32%, it is also envisaged that next year, this business will actually be 60,000 crores plus. So the gap between 2023 and 2022 is practically going to be 100%. Culture, festivals, travel, inaugurals, PM events, these are the core areas where all of this government money is being spent as far as events are concerned. Now, this is something very interesting, according to the Allied Marketing Research, which is one of the largest research firms in the world, they've estimated the size of the events business worldwide to be in excess of $1,500 billion by 2028. Calculators. If you try to convert this number into Indian rupees, your calculators will fail. This number in Indian rupees is 1 crore 25 lakh crores. So that's the size, estimated size of the events business in the next 5 years. 1 crore 25 lakh crores globally. We are the 7th largest country. We are the 2nd largest consumer population. We are the 5th largest economy of the world. If you corroborate all of those things, और मैं कहता हूं कि यार इसका 10% धंधा भी अगर हिंदुस्तान में होता है, you can imagine the numbers that we are looking at. So that is the future across the next 5 years that our country is looking at. Question is, are we ready? So how many of you think that we're ready? We're not. So Naveen says we are not. Ankur, what about you? Vijay. Yeah, that's what practically everybody says when we talk of these numbers. We're just not ready. And what are we doing about it? We, as torchbearers of this events business in our country, we meet in every forum, whether it is an EMA forum, whether it is a BW Applause or an event FAQS, everywhere we sit, we talk about the same stuff. But what are we actually doing about it? For that, we genuinely need to bring about a lot of changes and many positive changes. EMA is going to be the torchbearer of that change. But, ladies and gentlemen, this can't happen without each and every individual sitting in this hall and outside of this hall, in the business of events, coming forward, supporting this endeavor. What do we need to do? We need to represent the industry as a unified voice to transform and pursue policy changes to bind our universe. And this is something which we need to very, very clearly understand. It's not going to be about me, myself, and Irene anymore. It has to be about us. Until the time we don't understand, we will never be ready. We actually need to action our togetherness. The dialogues that we deliver standing here on stages, the conversations that we do in speaker lounges, and all of that big shit that we continually speak about, it actually needs to be actioned. And ये कोई मेरे अकेले का काम नहीं है, ईमा के अकेले का काम नहीं है, ये आप सब लोगों का काम है. So please, let's all get together to shape the future, to do things that are relevant to our industry and business. Let's serve a larger purpose. Let us be sustainable and responsible in our approach. Let us bring about stringency in execution and create value for all our stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, stringency is a word which I think is extremely important in today's time and age. We sit, we discuss policy, we strategize. But if all of that is not done in a very agile manner, it is useless. हम बातें करते रहते हैं, बातें किताबों में दर्ज हो जाती हैं, अखबारों में छप जाती हैं. But अगर उन पे एक्शन नहीं होगा तो वो बातें बेकार हैं. So stringency for all of us who think that we can bring about a change is something that we need to carry back home, need to dwell on, and need to come about and practice. Innovation and collaboration, ladies and gentlemen, is the future, and that is what is going to bring about a better universe for us. So let's grow together and become a part of this absolutely incredible India story, which will unfold 3 to 5 years. There's something very important. A lot of people say that ये बातें हैं, but मुझे नहीं लगता, because इस कमरे में जितने लोग बैठे हैं, all of them, I am assuming, are achievers in life. So the only way to predict future is actually to just go out there and create it. And that's what we people do. We are in the creative business. We create our own future, and the India that we're talking of in due course of time is the India that we have to create together. IMA is there to deliver that future with your support, ladies and gentlemen, and I will finish with a small film where somebody who we all look up to in his beautiful andaz and voice has said something on behalf of us. Thank you for patiently listening to us. And I hope that all of you will understand this, step forward and help us pursue this cause for everybody collectively. Have a great day. Thank you.